All right, guys, welcome back to QB Vision. This video is inspired by a comment by MH, and he wanted to see a quarterback that does everything right. This is some film from Joe Burrow's Heisman season against Florida. This was a Saturday night game versus a number 7 team. I believe Florida was undefeated at this point. Obviously, LSU was undefeated. They go on to win the national championship, but this is about the closest you're going to see to a perfect performance. So thank you, MH, for the inspiration of the video. So let's dive in here. You're going to start off 2x2. LSU does a lot of check with me because they do a lot of no huddle stuff. So you're going to get ghost motion, and he's just watching 33 bumps. You're going to play your boundary. That's all that is. So let's bring this back here. Right? So we got our ghost motion. He's just going to check 33 here. If 33 bumps, then we're going to just play down here. All right, and you're going to have your Ohio concept, your vertical outside, and then your out route. It's going to be an easy throw. You know that he's going to be bailing, and he's going to be your flat defender. Should be a pretty easy throw, right? So now if 33 stays, right, and he stays, then you're just going to swing it out to 22, and you got a block here and a block here, and we're running on this guy coming from, 12 yards deep and this guy coming late. And that's all this concept really is. So he sees 33 bump, looks at it, comes back, throws his out route. Jamar Chase for the hell of a run here. So here we go. Play 2, 1st and 10, 3x1. Got a condensed X, which usually means, back motion and out. So we're going to motion to empty. Now we're getting a quarters look for sure. Pre-snap, LSU definitely sees it because they just got to check with me. So we got here, quarters is just cover 4, your flat defender, and your hook player, essentially. So let's see what LSU's got for this. Okay, so all this is stick. Okay, I'm sure everyone's heard of stick. If you play Madden, you know what stick is. That's stick right there. Now, I could be super critical here, and I could say he should have played this outside in. He should have been here to here. And if he is, then he should have threw this because this happens to be wide open. But, when you're at this level, I think you're anticipating that this guy's got no other threat other than to just get out here and take this away. You know what I mean? He's already got super outside leverage. It's just not a good look. Our best look is a linebacker on one of our best receivers running away from him when he already has 3-yard leverage on him. And Burrow sees it, puts it right on him. It's a good job. It's good quarterback play, good read, good ball. 2nd and 8, 2x2 here. All right, so this is awesome by LSU. When you see this end right here, when he bumps in, watch it one more time. When he bumps in, this is film study, right? He's pointing, he's saying, I'm pretty sure he's saying, watch a blitz. It's coming, right? So now they're checking with it. They know it's coming, which means they know this guy is one-on-one with him, and we're one-on-one with him, and this guy's coming. This corner's coming because when he bumps in, there's no C-gap defender out here. There's nobody here. You know what I'm saying? So I think they understand that. They make the check, and then Burrow does great job with eye manipulation, and he throws his one-on-one inside fade route to Justin Jefferson for a huge pickup. 25, 30-yard gain right there. So let's look at this again, right? We're going to have inside fade one-on-one with a safety. We're going to have our little in route. So let's say this guy does a great job and covers it. We come late. We come into our in route late, and that's all. But the great job that he does is he watches this guy. He makes sure that this guy doesn't race over here. And if he does, then we could play our one-on-one over here, or, whatever he wants to do. But he makes sure that safety doesn't get over there, and you're going to see it from the tight. Here, you're going to see Burrow's eyes. Stays right on number 2, and then he comes off and flips his hips and makes the throw. Right here, he's going to catch a snap. He's on the free safety. He's looking at him. All right. Now, the fact that he can't get over there in time, I'm throwing this ball. And that's just good job. That's just really good quarterback play. So here we go, 3x1. It's a little, I think this is a play action, and the running back sees a blitz coming, so he steps up. He sees this guy coming, and I think he just steps up and aborts the fake. But this is, again, quarters type look with a single receiver over here, right? So his job is to really like rob 3, or when I say 3, I mean this receiver right here. So 3, 2, 1. So his job is to really rob 3 if like 3 comes across, or bracket number 1 with this guy. Now in this case, I think he's just trying to play like this buzz type look where he's just like, I'm trying to rob glance, or if something else happens. But I think his eyes are on 3 really here, and he just sees him blocking, and then he just starts to just drift into no man's land, and Burrow sees it and takes his one-on-one chance. Little bit underthrown, but I mean, not a lot of separation, and he took an inside release, which is like a little funky for a vertical. Like you kind of could throw this in here, but it's just a funky release because usually, I mean, verticals are outside, but I'm being a little picky here. Little underthrown. Not mad about it though. It's a really good decision to throw the one-on-one to Jamar Chase, who ended up being the 5th overall pick this year. But the read is the perfect read here. Okay, so this is cool here. This is a little cool concept, right? So this is just like a swing draw. So he's going to swing, and you're going to block here. You're going to block here. You're going to block here. And then we're going to read this linebacker, right? Now, if this linebacker bumps out with the flare, with the swing, then we have 5 guys on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 4, 5. So we got 5 guys on 5 guys, and we're just going to run Q draw. So talking about like perfect quarterback play, we look at it, 33's bailing, he's running with swing. All right, it's dead, but guess what? We've got 5 on 5 run and draw. Now, the reason this play actually isn't super successful, which I'm going to get to right here when we get to the tight, Florida actually stunts their D-line. So what I mean is stunts is he's going to come in, and he's going to wrap, and 88's going to wrap around. 55 is going to come out, and 97 is going to wrap around. So 7 and 97 actually run into each other in the A-gap. This is actually the lane that Burrow would be running through. And it ends up getting closed because both of the guys stunt into A-gap like that, and they crash into each other. But that opens up number 2 to be able to fill here. If the running lane is here, then Burrow's running almost away from 2, like downhill. And I mean, not downhill like before. Like this was downhill. He has to come across and make this tackle. It's a little bit of a different tackle. But because of the stunt, it actually worked for Florida. Anyway, here we go, 3rd and 7. All right, after the draw. Oh. Tape glitched out on me there for a second. All right, so we got 3x2, empty look, right? Florida's given another quarters look, which I'm sure you guys have heard me say it 100 times. Quarters look. Probably here. Maybe one of our guys blitz. Who knows? One of these guys might come. But let's look at the concept here. All right, this is a good concept beater for quarters. Okay, I think we just have a protection malfunction here, and the way they drop off. Yeah, see, like I said, one of these guys is probably coming because they're not going to drop everybody off into coverage, and they end up getting to him. But let's go over the actual concept, right? So this guy's running his dig, this guy's running his under route, and we're just going to high-low this guy. Now he steps down on this on the drag, so we got it, right? So we're going to have a flat, a corner. Most teams usually read this. It's all left kind of play, so we're just going flat to corner to dig to drag, right? But let's make it simple. Like if we're simplifying this and we're just looking at it, we're just playing off this guy. We're going to high-low him. That's what I think exactly what Burrow's doing. We're just going to high-low him, forget about everything else. And we got our dig and our drag, right? But This guy comes totally free and throws everything off. We are going to have the dig throw for sure. And you see him right here. He cocks his arm like he's ready to throw that dig. And it's gonna be right there. He's gonna break out real soft, and it's gonna be a first down. But this is just Joe Burrow's athleticism. This is making a really bad play into something that's, I mean, positive. I mean, he got 3 yards on a play that he should have been dead in the backfield. So, you know, they kick the field goal or they attempt a field goal. So here we go. Next drive, 3-by-1, first down. Little RPO. All right. So this is just zone, right? This is just zone. All we're doing here, reading this guy. If he can get in our throwing lane on this glance route, then we're going to hand it off. Okay? If he's slow to the party, if he can't get into the run fit and make the tackle at 2 yards, hand this ball off. Right? So right here, he's still almost as deep as he started, and we're like already through the front hip. So forget it. Let's hand this ball off. Live to play another down. But guess what? We got 22 in the backfield who ended up getting drafted in the first round. And he has a huge run, brings us down to the 7-yard line. But that is a very good read, and that's more part of that perfect quarterback play. Sometimes, you know, you don't have to be selfish to be a perfect or great quarterback. So, guys, I mean, they ran it again. So same thing. Reading that safety who's down here because it's probably goal line, right? But we're just reading him. And we got Jamar Chase on our little glance route right behind his head. So what's 2 do? Does he get in the run fit? He is in the run fit enough for Burrow on this. All right? So Burrow decides he's in the run fit enough. He's frozen, and he's looking in the backfield just enough that we can hit this. And he does, and it's a beautiful ball. I'll show you this from the tight. I mean, this is a seed. There's not a lot of room to throw this here. So again, we're looking at 2 here. He's kind of coming in. He's folding in. Burrow thinks he's got enough space. Boom, touchdown. That's a good throw right there. All right, so next drive here. 1st and 10. We're going to motion over to a 3-by nub. Or, you know, it's a 3-by-1, but we got a nub here. This tight end's like a nub. They got the check with me. Little triple slant here. So this is just like slant all, whatever you want to call it. You could name it with anything you want. But this guy's job is to hold this mic down. Got a slant here. And then we got a really slow played slant here so that we can create the window, right? Now this is a little dangerous because you do have 1, 2, 3, 4 over 3. Now you got to be a little careful here, but I mean, Burrow makes a great read. Look, he's holding him down, 33. As soon as he sees that he can't do it and this guy's not breaking down on this, deliver it. It's exactly what he does. That's just a really good quarterback play. I know in my earlier Trevor Lawrence video, we show pretty much that exact play, and Lawrence is late, and he makes a bad read, and it's a bad throw, and it's actually later on in this season against LSU in the national championship game. So being able to see Burrow do that and Lawrence struggle with concepts like that, that for me always made me think Burrow was the clear-cut number 1. Like they were saying Lawrence is this top prospect, you know, this better prospect than Burrow. I don't see it. I think Burrow is the guy. Anyway, right here, this could be one of his unperfect plays. Okay? So he's on here. I think he sees 3 over 3. And he doesn't know if this guy's going to jump it or this guy's going to jump this flat. He can throw the flat here. And I think, you know, we have the eyes in the sky. You know what I mean? So it's so much easier for us to see this. But then when he comes back here, I think he could throw this too. And I think the reason he doesn't is because right here, this guy is 1.5 yards outside of him. So it looks like if he breaks up on this, it could be a pick. And I think that's what makes him freeze here is just the leverage. So I don't want to say, you know, it's bad, especially when you gain 2 yards on a play. But if we're saying, you know, we're being overcritical on perfection, I think he could have threw it on Jefferson's back hip on the out route. But because he saw leverage, I mean, isn't that maybe more perfect of quarterback play? Like, oh my God, I'm noticing leverage on my second read after I'm flipping my hips. Like maybe it is. Anyway, this is just a stick route right here to the right here. So he's just going to hook up. We got a little flat throw here. We're just going to play off our flat defender, which is this guy. If he stays in on the stick, we're just going to throw our flat route and let him race one to the first down marker, which is what he does. I think they call him a yard short here, and I think they have to punt. But this is a good read. This is just, you know, Florida's super late getting off the field. He's trying to snap it because this guy up here, he's still running off the field. And I think Burrow's just like, I'm trying to get this snap off. And then we got the flat defender over here. He's coming over super late. So it's like, oh, he's probably never getting to the flat in time. And I think, you know, Burrow makes the throw, and I think they're half a yard short, and they end up punting the ball. But that's a good read. You know what I mean? Sometimes the defense is just a little better. So here is another 3x nub set, and this is just awesome. And I'm going to explain to you why this is so awesome. This is a tailback screen, and the tailback has no idea that it's a tailback screen. No clue. He's blocking and is not releasing. When you have three linemen that just purposely whiff on guys and they're coming out to block, it is 100% a tailback screen. And you have your receiver here blocking the safety. Everyone is blocking, and the tailback right here doesn't know he's getting the ball. Burrow recognizes it, bails out of trouble when he has three linemen not blocking, and ends up running for a first down. Give the man the Heisman right now, all right? Because when you're making plays like this and you're supposed to be a pocket passer, it's just unbelievable. I think when he gets up here, watch him. He tells Ford, get off the field. Get off the field. He literally just tells him, get off the field. Let's watch that one more time. But this is a great run. This is a great play. And listen, we've been there. You know what I mean? Get off. Get off. This is a screen. How do you not know the play that's coming to you when you're not even the starting back? Like, we're giving you a chance, and you don't even know what you're doing. All right, here we go. 2x2 after Burrow's great first down run. Little motion in from Thaddeus Moss. Little condensed set. Right here, I would expect stick. Let's see what they do. Nope, I'm totally wrong. I should never be an OC. All right. This is like your over concepts, right? So this is just a post, and we're trying to maybe clear this guy out to get this guy to come underneath, right? And if this guy's not open, then this guy's going to be open. So let's say this is a really, really nice design play. Anyway, maybe this is too much lines here. Too many lines, sorry. So we're just trying to clear this out. And if this safety decides to like fly up for whatever reason, obviously you throw this alert post. But let's say the safety's smart and he's like, I'm not going to beat over the top. Obviously your corner is going to trail the post. So you're going to have this giant space to throw this over route. But let's say this guy falls underneath it. Let's say this guy jumps on this over route and we miss the alert post. Well, guess what? We have another over coming in for this. So it's a beautiful concept, but we see the first over and we make a great throw and a great run and a great catch and everything, and it's a beautifully executed play. But the architecture and the design of the play is really beautiful because it gives you a safety valve, like it's a foolproof type of play. I think this is a good read here. We end up getting bailed out with a penalty. But let's say in an absolute perfect world, with this guy flat and this corner looking like he's squatting, I would love to see Joe throw this like whole shot over the top touchdown, right? Because I think he can if he drives him here. But he sits it. So I don't know if this was a designed comeback, right? I'm not 100% sure. Maybe he sits it because he feels like it's capped here. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not in the QB room. I'm not in the game plan. But anyway, he sees flat. He sees trailer. He's like, I could throw this into here. I could be safe about it, and maybe I could get a touchdown with a flat safety. Because let's be honest, he does kind of get past the safety, but the other guy holds him, right? Our curl player kind of holds him here. You're going to see it from this angle where he kind of gets mauled. This might be an absolute beautiful throw. Because look, he's getting grabbed way back here. So he might run right through this ball for a touchdown. He really might. Like, he's already getting mauled back here. So, saying maybe that's not perfect, I don't know. That might be a perfect ball. Either way, we get the PI. Would have been a tight window. Not going to be mad about it. This is just a good play. This is just play extending, right? This is a cool concept. So we're just going to have a dig here. We're going to have our little whip route. He's going to run a wheel. So the wheel is trying to widen this guy. And then we're just going to try to high-low 21. Right? So we're just trying to high-low 21. We're going to get him to widen this corner. And then Thaddeus Moss probably should be the throw here. But I don't hate that he's trying to play here. And he just gets grabbed. You're going to see from the tight. Like, he really gets mauled. But this is just a tough throw because you got this middle field player. You got backers kind of falling off a little bit. It's just a tough throw. It's a tight throw. So I don't mind the attempt to throw the whip route, but then the ability to be able to extend a play and then actually score a touchdown on it is, also what makes Joe Burrow just so great. So here we go, next drive here. 3-by-1. Remember, with this condensed receiver, expect something inside. I think this is okay. This is cool. All right, let me explain this to you. So this is actually stick draw. This is my absolute favorite concept. You don't really see it many places. You see it in the NFL. Chip Kelly runs it. I mean, you see it in college, not the NFL. You see it in college. Chip Kelly ran it. Cliff Kingsbury ran it when he was the OC with Manziel. Obviously, when you have a guy who's just so explosive, you run it with the quarterback. But this is with the tailback. So all this is stick, right? We saw it earlier in the game. With this guy so soft, it's an easy throw here. So all we're doing is reading this guy, okay? If he flies out on the stick, we have 5 on 5 again, right? If he stays inside to play run, then we just throw our stick route, right? You see how he's setting up for draw? So he stays. If I would always say, if you can throw it, throw it. You know what I mean? And he can. And we get our yardage and we take 5 yards on first down. So I think that's just really good play right there. It's simple. It's easy. It's an easy read for a quarterback. It's just a good 5-yard play. All right, let me go back here. I think this is just... All right, so you're going to see this, I think, later in the game here. This is just, I think, like an over type route with another following over type route, and then he's just going to run like a whip. He looks like he's dragging. So it kind of looks like a drag game where he's going to drag and he's going to dig behind it, but it's a little different. He's going to come all the way across. You're going to have another guy coming all the way across, and then he's going to whip out. And they just get this corner driving on drag, and this huge window opens up. And when the huge window opens up, if he, for whatever reason, flies up on this, then you're going to have this guy setting up this next window. So this is another really nicely architectured play here. You see that? So if he's there, then you have this throw. But we have the first one. We take it, take 25 yards. Just easy pitch and catch here. All right, so this is 2nd and 12. I don't know what happened. Maybe there was a penalty on that last play that we didn't see. But 2nd and 12, 2-by-2. Got a little out and up. We don't like it. We take off. This is so we've seen the Ohio concept from these guys a lot, right? Vertical. Maybe they convert it to a skinny, and then your out route, and he just turns it right into an up, right? So we've seen this. We've seen them run this a few times here. So I think they were just trying to get Florida. And then you got your stick route over here. This is another one where... Oh, so he's actually on this stick side. They're just getting the stick a different way, guys. They're just using the tailback instead of a tight end. But this is another thing where I don't know why he's not throwing. Oh, I know why he's not throwing it. Okay, so this looks like cover 2 to him. So he thinks he's going to pass him off inside and then play this. And I think that's why he's not even like looking at it. I think he's just looking at the back because he thinks that this guy is going to be playing here, but he just bails. It's actually man, I think, out there. So that's why he's not on it. So let's mark that down as a not perfect rep. But even on his not perfect rep, he runs for 17 yards. I mean, sometimes, you're going to have mental lapses. Like I said, nobody's ever perfect playing this position. It's very, very difficult to be perfect playing this position. But Joe Burrow in the 2019 season was as close as you're going to get to perfection, for sure. So we got 2x2 condensed here on this next set. We got a cover 3 look, and he just takes his out route. That's easy. Run it real quick with you guys. Right, so you see this guy coming down. He's blitzing, which means we got deep third, deep third, deep third. Here's our flat defender. He needs to be here if we're not throwing this ball, but he's not. Burrow's looking right at him. He sees his back turned. He knows, okay, throw my out. Just very good quarterback play right there. It looks simple, right? But not everybody can do it. Trust me. I watch a lot of tape, and not everyone could do this. Burrow does it at a high level, very efficient. I think he had one of the highest completion percentages in college ever. But here we go, 2x2 again, condensed set. Maybe you're going to get like a stick look again, like we just looked at. Oh, yeah, we got it. All right. So they just run it again. They literally just run it again, right? Stick. All right. There's literally nobody in the flat to get there. This would be our flat guy. He cannot get there. It's not really possible. Right? So I think the Gators are actually going to pass this off. If they did get this route combo, then he would be the guy here. And, they just don't do a very good job passing it off, and they end up getting 5-6 yards there, or 4. So 2nd and 6. Little no huddle, little up tempo football here, a little 3x1, 4x1 with the back. Just an RPO glance. You saw it for a touchdown, right? We saw it for the long run by 22. Just reading this guy, throwing it right behind his head. That's all it is. He comes down, plays run, throw the glance. It's a tight window though. It's not as easy as it looks. It's not as simple as it looks, but it's a good ball, good read. All right, 3x1, trips bunched up, condensed bunch. This is just a broken play. Oh, we still get it. Okay, so this is really you see this a lot from teams that are under center, and I guess LSU's just we're just gonna do it our own way. But this is just like a sneak route. It's pretty much called. So he's gonna just come like he's dragging, and then once he clears the linebackers, he's gonna turn it up and go down the sideline, and this guy's gonna. Oh, man. This receiver out here, let me get rid of that. This receiver out here is just going to run a post, and he's going to try to take this safety and run a post, and then you're going to have a little sneak route come right down the sideline. But this guy messes the whole play up. He, sees it somehow. I don't know how. Maybe this safety gave a call I'm leaving because I got post here, and he heard it, and he just opens and runs because I don't know how he knew that sneak was coming, but Burrow recognizes it. Justin Jefferson recognizes it, and he just sits it down right at the sticks, and they just throw it. Take the first down. That's just awesome receiver play, awesome quarterback play, being able to recognize that his receiver's recognizing it. So that's another, very good rep on a play that really didn't succeed. The defense recognized it. It should have been a sneak route. That guy should have been open for a touchdown, but he's not. So this is just 3x1, right? We got triple slant again. All slant. This guy's going to slow play it out here, and then he comes in, right? So this guy's just, occupying him, creating this window for him. If nobody's breaking down on this second slant, then rip it, right? I don't see it. Bang. Good ball. All right, so we got 3x1 here, 4x1 with the back. Let's see what they're looking at. This is looking like Maybe 2-man to me. It actually ends up being cover 1. All right, so we got man-to-man with this safety's coming down for his run fit, which is this gap here. And we're just RPOing it again. All right, so we're RPOing, we're reading him, and you got your glancer out coming right behind it. All right, so we've been watching it all game. Now we're a little tight there, you know. Can I say that it's a bad read? Let's look at it. Let's see. All right, they get their check, they get the play. What do you think? Can he make a play on the run? That's where you're basing her. Can he make a play on the pass? I think he can. I think he should have just gave it, accepted the play, and you know, lived to play another down. 3rd and 9, end of the third quarter here, 3-1. Motion the back out to empty. All right, so now it looks like we're going to get our quarters look that we've been getting to empty. LSU checks. Really good. So I'm not 100% sure why he's on Jamar Chase here running this in route, but I can't be mad at with a completion. I'm just not 100% sure why he's there because he doesn't really have anything to hold this backer down on this side. Or maybe he's just playing off this backer, and because this backer opened like that, he knows he's going to throw the dig behind it. But what I would have did here is I would have high-load this guy with Chase and this dig. Because now you have something that's holding, it's bringing this backer out of the picture, which is going to create, you know, a big window for this throw. But that's just scheme-wise, right? Sometimes players have a good feel for the game, and they know that they know what they're getting. They know that they can trust a certain receiver, and I'm never going to be mad at a 15-yard completion on 3rd and 9. 2nd and 8, fourth quarter starts here. Got a little 2-by-2 set. I mean, Burrow's playing pretty much a perfect game at this point. I mean, there's a very, very few things that I would say have gone wrong. This is really good here, right? So we know we're just taking our one-on-one here. He's pretty much taking his one-on-one. He sees this blitzer and he knows, let me take number 2 because nobody could cover him all day. But he takes a shot on this one. Bang! And then Jefferson, what a great run. This LSU team was just different. 2nd and 8, a little 2-by-2 again. Mid-fourth quarter. Not mid-fourth quarter, it's the beginning of the fourth still. This is, right, so this is just like a spot concept pretty much. So he's just going to hook up. Then you're going to have like your dig here, and you're just going to high-low. And you got this guy taking out your flat defender, and you're just going to high-low the backer. Right? But they're in man. So everything kind of gets messed up here. And he just tries to put it on Chase's numbers. And I think it's a drop. You know, the guy's climbing over his back a little bit. There's nothing you can really do here. This is just a kind of a bad spot for a play call. They ended up being in man, and it's not really a man beater. It was really a zone beater. So he kind of got stuck. Here's a little 4-by-1 for all you Varsity Blues fans out there. A little oop-de-oop formation. Johnny Moxon down in West Texas. But 4-by-1. I love the up top one-on-one matchup. Oh, doesn't get it because the safety flies out. Plays down here, makes me look stupid, throws a slant. Beautiful. Right? So they just actually ran triple slant again, right? Get fat, block this guy up, let 2 win, let this guy win. And he just runs a little stop screen. Right? Look at him. He's really picking him. He knows I ain't getting this ball. He's just running through him. He's like, I'm just going to pick this guy. That's good ball, though. Good decision. Really good throw. All right, 3-by-1. Let's see what we got here. This is a pretty tight game, too. Oh, so this is that play that we saw before, right? That I was talking about. Over route, and then your little whip that's coming back out, right? So just playing this high to low. He didn't like what he saw, I guess, here. Like I said, this guy's breaking down. I think in a perfect world, you can rip this right over the top, but you got a guy that's breaking away from a linebacker in wide open space. Sometimes you just take it. You know what I mean? 2nd and 7, 3-by-1. Looks like they're playing. Looks like they're playing like cover 2, but they're just locking up this corner man to man to the field. You see teams do that, and I think that's what they're doing. And this is just stick, guys, right? So this is just stick, vertical, and he just takes the really soft coverage. That the play action here holds this backer inside, and there's no way this guy can make that play. It's just not possible. That's just easy. That's just really easy. All right, this is a 3-by-1, motioning out to empty. Now I think he gets man to man. I think he's realizing this is man to man here, just because he saw 51 here come all the way out from the box to chase a running back, and now this guy's in Chase's face. So I think he knows that they have man to man on the boundary side at least, and I think they're just playing 4-over-3 on this side, and they're just going to pass stuff off, and you're going to have a 2-over-2 with a free safety that's probably going to start to roll to the middle here a little bit. We'll see what he does. Yeah, he ends up playing this inside. So they just post wheel him. They get the check. They know that it's man, and they just post wheel him. Set a little bit of a pick on each other. Great ball, great read, great decision, touchdown. And with that one, that I think that put the nail in the coffin. That's when LSU pretty much secured the game against Florida. So that's Joe Burrow. That's one of the most perfect games I think you're going to see from a quarterback. A couple mistakes here and there, but overall, I mean, great reads, great throws, great performance.